Welcome to the KSL semifinals. We'll call it day 2. It's really round 2. Mind versus Hero. So last time we watched the first round of semifinals, and I'm somewhat unprepared in talking about that because it's been a little while at this point, but I'll get that open right now. Whoops, I hit the wrong button. But yeah, this is going to be Hero vs. Mind TVZ. And then you can see the other players in this. And this is our current match. So last time was Quanro versus Zero. And that was an interesting set of matches. A little bit of a cliffhanger, a little bit of a screw up on me about 7 times over. Apparently I'm getting pretty good at that. At least I can't mess up these guys' colors because it's Terran and Zerg. It'd be very difficult for me to mess that up. So there's very slim chance of that happening. Let me lower that just a pinch. Perfect. All right, so going into this, if we look back at the steps leading up to this match, Mind beat Bisu 2-0, and Hero beat Free 2-0. So both big names and decent players. Bisu being the biggest name. With a 75% win rate coming into this, and Mind took him out straight up MSL 2009, 2008 style maybe, or was it 07? It was a while ago. What's going on, Styles? J-Man, good to see you, man. So yeah, Mind versus Hero in this matchup. Let's take a look at the players and see who's got what stats. Let's go into the official stats. I don't want to go with the old stats. Why does this not take me to his Wikipedia page? I did this last time too. Wikipedia Brood War. Why does it keep doing this to me? Why? Alright, never mind. I'm not going to find that information after all because I am apparently going to the wrong spot. And I'm not going to start searching for it in the middle of this game. But I will tell you of the stats coming into this after all. Mind's TVZ ranking was, or win percentage was coming in at 54%. And Hero's ZVT was a whopping 48%. So Mind has the edge here. But, when it's that close, 5-10%, well, 10% is kind of a big gap, really, but 5-ish%. I always say that it can go either way, and I definitely believe that. Now, Hero is going to get an early scout here and see that there are 2 barracks coming out very early, trying to harass those SCVs as best he can. And he is getting a little bit of damage. It looks like he's got it under half at this point. Somehow he didn't do a full 5 damage one time. Must have repaired for a single hit point or something like that. And he's got his spawning pool coming down as well as his extractor. So he might be thinking, well, he's got his expansion out already, but he might be thinking Ling defense or, no, he's probably going to play pretty standard, to be honest. Sunken defense is enough to really get him to the lair stage of this game, which is typically what the Zerg is shooting for. Really, at least the games that we've watched, they've always basically gotten lair into Lurker or Muta. Oh, but we have an SEV rush coming out of here. This is absurd with 3 Marines. So Mind is really changed his game up. If you remember yesteryear, he never rushed, ever. It was very rare. He was always very standard play style. But this time, he is going for it, man. He's got Marines out on the field, and he's actually just stopped no, he didn't stop it from going down. There are Lings out on the field at this point. He is going to try to take out that creep colony before it can fully form. Lings are getting on top of the Marines. That's dangerous, but it looks like he's going to micro him well enough to save. Oh, one will get in the bunker, and another 2 are following up right here. You can see Hero's face. He is worried. He knows he's going to lose this base in its entirety. There is no way to save this base with Lings. He can't save it until he gets Lurker out, and by that time, Mind is probably going to take a big enough advantage where this game is all but over. So Zerg being on 1 base against 1 base Terran, even with the SEV loss, is unfortunate, to say the least. But with Lair Tech, he might be able to squeeze out some Muta and really try to push something down. However, Mind is not going to give him time to do that. He's going in, this time with 5 Marines, and 6, 7 Marines. Wow, and going for another bunker on top of the gas. And this game is going to be over. There is no way that Hero has the resources to deal with this. He's got 6 Lings out in the field. He's going at it with everything he's got. But that SEV wall too strong, and he's able to take out all of the Lings, all of the probes, all of the drones. I mean, there's apparently even probes in this game getting taken out. And that's going to be GG as the last of the units go down for Hero. And we're going into a really quick game number 2. Wow, so mine's starting off pretty crazy-like before we get into any serious action here. And Hero's just like, shake it off, buddy. Just shake it off. Shake it off. Don't even think about it. Mine's like, well, that was a free win. All right, see you guys in game number 2. We're going right into it. Game number 2. TVZ on La Mancha. Andale, andale. Arriba, arriba, arriba. It's about the extent of the Spanish, I know. That's not entirely true. Yo quiero mirar en tu cabeza. Alrighty, so we've got the Terran starting off in the bottom right. Zerg Hero. The Zerg Hero. The Hero Zerg. Up in the top left, there's Mind right there, looking intense after that first win. Really, probably, potentially setting Hero on tilt. I mean, that is a really cruddy way to start off your tournament, or your day of the tournament. Especially when you're in the semifinals. You're like, yeah, we're going to play a standard game, and it's going to go 40 minutes. And there's going to be Plague, and Defilers, and all that stuff. And it was like, nope, bunker rush, dead. Sorry, bro. You dead. The bottom right I hesitate with. They put I think they put their face cams there a bit, so you know what, let me see, what I can do is this actually. You guys can see my turlet a little bit. We're doing some on the fly stream editing here. And we'll just shrink this some more, I guess. That's about as much as that shrinks. That's okay, we'll just take it off the screen. Alright, that should be pretty much out of the way. And again, I think they put people's faces down there, so I hesitate to do that. Anyway, let's get to the game. Zerg is scouting in the doesn't matter direction because he's cross map. And all we're seeing so far, we are going to see a drone scout come out. He does not want to be caught off guard again, which is funny because he wasn't really caught off guard. He did scout it. He just couldn't get anything down in time to deal with the bunker rush. So yeah. Sorry, I was getting distracted reading things. Make sure everybody's okay with my cam location. Oh, you don't see the toilet. That's right, because I just you know, moved the whole thing off the screen. I don't know what I'm talking about here. Hero, looking intense. Hero's got some super high APM. He's at like the 450, 500 range typically. However, you can see that APM is not the end-all be-all in this game. It's nice to have it. Gives you capacity. However, at the end of the day, decision-making is where it's at. As we saw in Mind, making some really solid decisions right there. Picking up the game fairly easily. I mean, if he lost that last Marine... Actually, he was still okay because there was another backup Marine right after that. And all the SCVs were still alive, so as long as he took out that creep colony, he was good. So, drone is going to scout what's going on here. Mind sees that. I don't know if the drone scouted that command center or not. Mind going to see the third hatchery going down for Hero. Obviously, good information to be had. And it looks like there may be some link. No, I think that pool just finished. That's probably all drones, isn't it? And 2 drones and an Overlord? I don't know. Doesn't really matter. But that SCV will be able to scout for a little bit longer anyway. And really until he gets link speed, he'll get a real solid scout with this SCV forever. So, pretty standard build for the Zerg so far. Good build from Mind, considering the fact that they are cross-map. This affords him some time to get a bunker up and a bit of a wall off. While he gets that command center up at the natural expansion. Ling is going to head out. That's going to be caught by a single pair of Marines. They're going to put a little bit of pressure on the Zerg to keep him honest and force him to make a few more lings, rather than being greedy and dedicating everything to economy. I'm curious if he's going to go for a bunker here again. No, he's actually just going to go straight for the probes. That makes a lot of sense. It would be very difficult to defend that SCV against 2 lings. And he's going to back off before he loses everything. Now, eBay is going down, and that's going to allow him to buy some turrets at auction. Did you get that? That's good, right? As Lair's on the way. However, it'll be a while before the Spires actually complete, so unless he's going for early +1, which he may be doing, that's a really early eBay. He's got to be going for +1 early. Let's see if they show it blinking away. I would assume that's what is going to happen. It is! Alright, so most likely +1 upgrades. And Academy on the way as well. So likely Stim +1, potentially with range, to go up against the Zerg build that we're seeing right now, this 3-hatch. I'm assuming it's 3-hatch Muta, but it's hard to say until we actually see the next building made. Second barracks going down. I would expect to see a couple more here. He's clearly going to dedicate to bio and not metal. We've only actually seen a couple of games where the Terran's gotten metal. And we do have an Evo chamber. I can't tell if Evo chambers are upgrading or not. Can you... Is there actually an animation for that? I can't remember. We are going to see the Heatless Den, as the Korean said. So we're going to see Lurker play, which is going to be pretty solid going up against a heavy Marine build. I'm curious if he'll go for a Lair to Hive Rush. Oh! 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 He gets the SCV up the rep. Actually a big deal. He is going to see the Hydras, and you can see Hero's face. He knows he screwed that one up. He did not have a single sunken down, which would have in itself fully prepared him for dealing with a scout. That's unfortunate. Mind is up to his 4th barracks. He's got his first medic out on the field. Second one is getting hung up on that supply depot a bit. And a factory on the way as well. So it looks like he's going to begin the siege. At the very least, he will force some amount of sunkens down at the front, because it'll be a little while yet before the Lair tech is ready. Hero does not have any creep colonies down yet. I would imagine we're about to see him start scrambling. There goes the first one. Lings are going to go for a run by. They're going to be sorely upset when they find out that there are plenty of Marines already back at the other base. Third base is going up for the Zerg player as well. There is no defense there yet. Obviously, there's not even any creep there yet. And wow! Mind is going to go right in after that sunken colony. He's going to pick it off almost entirely. No, he switches to the rest of the units. All the Lings go down. The medics are keeping the Marines alive here. The sunken goes down. The Hydras are next. The drones are on front. And they are getting taken out quickly. They get finally a good surround on the Marines, but the Marines are still going. The medics are keeping him alive, and it looks like with 4 left, he's going to get a significant amount of drones here as well. It looks like the drones do manage to focus down 1 Marine. No micro whatsoever from mine. They do get the other one, but more are on the way. However, I think that there'll be enough Lings here to stabilize. But the fire bat, ooh, that's scary. However, he gets a very good surround on it. And the pressure has lowered. However, the next group of Marines is going to increase that pressure. And another drone goes down. And another, and another, and another. And this is looking really bad for Hero, as he has once again lost way too much economy early on in this game. And is at risk at losing this entire expansion. And he's going to lose the Spotting Overlord. That's unfortunate. Just in time, he'll probably back off for the rest of these Marines to join up and continue the push. That's exactly what he does. And now, Lurkers are out on the field, but he is way down in his count of drones. Scan is complete, so he's going to see that very nice play by the Marine spread right there. That's huge, and he's getting in good position here to deal with future Lings. On top of that, he'll be right on top of the Lurker eggs. He's able to pick off this hatchery while waiting for them to actually complete. It looks like he's going to get that ticket out in full. No, he gets the Lurkers targeted just in time. Loses no Marines from it, maybe one on combination of that and the Lings. And only a few Lings left out on the field, and it looks like Hero is once again ready to GG as this game is coming to a quick closure, it looks like. You can see his face. That's what I didn't want to cover, by the way. You can see his face is once again very distraught, and he's doing the open mouth thing. You know that is a sign of worry, and it looks like at this point, on top of everything else, Mind has sniffed out the 12 o'clock, if not scanned it. And this will be the end as soon as he takes his space out. And GG coming from Hero down 0-2 in game 2. Wow, that was quick. Alrighty, we'll see you in game number 3. I'm a slob. YouTube's like, what is that? Where did that come from? Don't worry about it. Game number 3 is much more important as we get right into it on Demian. The epic battle for Earth continues and its protection against the Zerg invasion. And Mind is doing a fantastic job at holding it off. Ender's Game style against the buggers. Hero being the queen bugger. Certainly not a hero bugger. He's getting owned by the Ansible, clearly. Anyway, you can see that crazy APM at work over there. His Hero is really starting to be on tilt, I think, at this point. You can see that obviously Terran is up 2-0. We've talked about it about 5 times now. And that's a rough mental state to be in. I mean, in any game or any sport, coming back from being down 2-0 in a best of 5 is a huge mental hurdle. I mean, honestly, if you've ever been in that situation, you know exactly what's going through this guy's head. Like, I'm so screwed. There's no way. There's no way. I can't do it. I'm not getting out of this alive. It looks like mine might be setting up for another cheese, which honestly, I think is a good idea. He's up 2-0. It's been working really well for him when he goes for the rushy type builds. Hero has not been prepared for this. Clearly, he was preparing for old style Mind, where you had about a half hour before you had to worry about an attack coming. But Mind's changed. He's changed his game, and finally we're seeing Mind tricks. He's cashing in on 7 years, if not 8 years, of slow playing for finally this tournament to win it. And nobody knows what to do. Hero does go for the quick expansion here, and it looks like Mind is setting up for the same, potentially. Or maybe not. He is going for a very quick scout here. He wants to find out exactly where that Zerg player is. He's going to scout him right away. And he may be putting on pressure again, once again, with a bunker rush. And where's the spawning pool? There is no spawning pool. This is a bit dangerous here. Uh-oh. Oh, no. He's going to see everything. Spawning pool just going down now. What's Mind's reaction? None! He has no reaction! Except the Marine is on its way. And this is exactly what he needs to do. Put the pressure on. End it here, Mind. You can do it. Take the buggers out. I think Hero is worried. Oh, no! Oh, no! He sees the bunker. And it's the rear bunker that he's going to be able to protect. And on top of that, he may lose an Overlord. If he loses his Overlord, he may not be able to reinforce. He does no, he does pull off because he's got drones coming off the line to try to deal with this. And it looks like the bunker finishes just in time! And they are going to go down. There's no way they're going to be able to defend this. It looks like he's going for the SCVs instead. Another Marine is going to join that bunker, and he's going around. He said, screw it. I am going drone rush. This could be the end of the tournament career or tournament life of Hero right here. He is going after the Marines, and it looks like he's going to be able to take out a single Marine. However, okay, so this is actually kind of a big deal. If he can take out all of the reinforcing Marines, he's not out yet, but he's in an incredible amount of trouble. Lings do come out. It looks like he's going to lose the first 2-1. Another 5 out there in total at this point. It looks like he's continuing to try to build up that force. Drones continuing to try to defend any reinforcements. And it looks like there will be a Marine backup. And this is very interesting. He's shooting from both bunkers at this point. He is microing very well with these SCVs. And he's going to be able to back up to the second bunker, but this might be enough for Hero to remain in this game. However, he lost a lot of mining time, and more Marines are on the way. Will they go for another bunker push? I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think so. I mean, honestly, he's really far ahead, and sometimes it's nice just to be ahead. We've got 5 more. Oh, he is going to go for a second bunker. With range, that might be able to hit because the creep didn't fully spread. And it looks like, oh, they are trying to get on top of it. They managed to get 1. Oh, no, and the Lings are getting a little confused. They do manage to take out that building SCV. There's also a bunker and a closed-off wall back home. So run-bys will be ineffective, whatever the word is. And the Lings continue to build up. I mean, clearly Hero does not feel like there is another option at this point. He looks very all-in-ish. I'm not sure, he's not mining anything off gas. He's going purely for a mass link timing. However, there is a wall, and there is no way that he can get through that wall if there is any decent amount of repair going on here. Second barracks is being built. Gas about to be started. And wow. Wow, he does clear that out, and he's going to go for it. Oh, there's room for a run-by. This could be it. What's going to happen? I don't know. Lings are on the way. SCV is blocking. That's going to be incredibly difficult to break through. That SCV is only going to be able to is only going to get attacked from one single Ling at a time. And Hero is he's committed. He's continuing to commit to this. He almost gets a free Marine. He doesn't actually kill it. Still got 2 shots left from Zerglings that only do, like a damage per hit. That math doesn't work at all, but that's okay. He does finally make a drone. Very good. And honestly, Hero has one thing going for him at this point, which is map control. But economy is severely lacking, and with an academy out, we're going to see fire bats, we're going to see medics, and I don't see it, man. I don't see how I can get back in this after that incredible bunker rush again for Mind. I think Mind is just purely playing from the standpoint of this point of, I'm ahead, I'm going to get more ahead. When ahead, get more ahead. It's a pretty solid strategy, honestly. And so far, Hero, on the other hand, is still not even mining gas. Engineering bay is going down. He's got ComSat. He's going to get a very good eyeful of what's going on inside the main base. He'll see no lair. He'll see no gas. He'll see, really, a Zerg in dire straits here. Third hatchery finally going down. Incredibly delayed. And Firebat Hero is out. Not Hero's Firebat, but Mine's Firebat. And gets a decent surround here, but it looks like the Marines with the medic and the Firebat should be able to clean this up pretty good. He does. He loses a few Marines in that exchange, but overall, Mind is in pretty solid shape here. He does go for a short run-by, but I'm not sure Mind cares. Those Lings are going to get inside the base. There's a Firebat on the way over there to try to deal with that. Both at the... ooh, that gets taken out really quick, actually. But Mind doesn't care. He's just pushing in for it. He knows that he smells weakness. However, he's going to be greeted with a couple of sunken colonies here, and that's going to push him back. He's also going to see the creep is extended, and Mind all of a sudden looks a little worried as he's dealing with some hectic Ling harass back home. There shouldn't really be too much gained here for the Zerg, but even a couple of SCVs here or there, he'll take anything he can get at this point. Still very low drone count at the natural expansion. Second gas is going down. That implies that he is mining from the first at this point. I would also assume that we finally have Lair Tech out on the field. And Hero's not out completely yet. I may have misjudged it a little bit, which is clearly likely, impossible, plausible. But he's very low on the link count. It looks like at this point he's really just trying to distract. And with, 3 barracks? Mind is going to be able to pump out a significant number of Marines, and I believe he's got a factory on the way as well. Let's see if they go back to his base. Back out front, there are only 5 Lings left, and that will not take much to defend against that. I think there's like a single Marine out in the bunker, something like that. And yeah, blocking off that gap with just a single Marine, and he is going to get into that bunker. 5 more Lings run inside the base. 4. They got 3 Lings to deal with. That shouldn't be an issue at all. It looks like we've got a handful of Marines. Spire is what we're going to see coming out of this after all. Handful of Marines and Firebats and Medics, and I think he can break this. And he is going to go in against 3. He's going to be able to snipe 1 right away. Second one will go down very quickly. Drones are trying to come out to save this. Looks like he's actually going to be forced to back off here. There are enough Lings to defend against this. The Medics, though, are keeping the couple of Marines alive for now. And Hero stays in it. He defends. He defends. The drones coming off the line was enough. And it looks like at this point, Mind is going to be forced back again. And we may see a game 4 after all. Hero is not out yet. Now, the one thing he really doesn't have going for him is the fact that Mind's economy is just incredibly strong and has been for the entirety of this game. and he's only just now starting to get to his stride in his economy. Spire just completes. We are going to see some Muta out on the field. Looks like turrets are already there, ready to greet them. He's not skimping. He is putting down 4 turrets at both bases, it looks like, which should be able to deal with. He's even going 5 and 6. Wow, he's got a lot of turrets out. Mind is not taking any risks. He is leaning on the economy that he worked so hard to get ahead on, and with the science facility coming out, a science vessel will be very strong against packs of Muta, obviously, with a radiate. +1 is done on the weapons and the attack for the Marines. And Muta are going in. They're going to try to engage and see what they can find. There's actually a decent number of Muta out there. It looks like it's close to 12. They do pick off a single SCV, but it looks like they're going to be forced back when they see there are 5 or 6 turrets there waiting for them. Looking for another area of opportunity. Looks like he's got 2 control groups actually at this point. Maybe it's 1. Marines are there with Stim to try to greet that pack once again. A few more Marines go down. I don't think any Muta have gone down quite yet. Looks like he might be upgrading Muta as well. Hard to tell. The pulsating of the buildings supposedly changes according to chat, but I don't know. Duke's asking about a repeat of the last semis. That would be pretty epic. Good scan there to try to deal with this a bit better. Marines with range are pretty good against this as well. Surprised we don't have any maybe floating building back there. SCV's continuing to get picked off, so this Muta harass not going too poorly. I think that's the first Muta that I've seen actually go down. Second, third, fourth, and now it's starting to fall off. However, lurkers are out on the field. Looks like that third hatchery has gone down at the 3 o'clock location for the Zerg. He is going hive as well. He's rushing for that Defiler. Mind is like, all right, time to move out. We got enough Muta taken down with that. They're going to greet him in the middle. Gets a 5th one. Almost a 6th. Lings are there to try to back it up. Muta Ling very good against small numbers of Marines. However, as that number increases, they become increasingly useless, where they pretty much go from effective to ineffective, surprisingly enough. Few medics on the field, not a ton of medics actually. 4 tanks out on the field, and a pretty decent Marine force still at home, ready to head on out, it looks like. Science vessel out as well. So, lurkers may be a slight concern for Mind at this point, but he's got a strong force. He's able to move out. He's able to avoid hold lurkers. And it looks like we are going to see more aggressive play coming from Hero. First-person view of Mind shows that he is got about 5 control groups of units. 2 Marines, 1 tank, 1 vessel, and then a handful of something. It looks like medics. Maybe I got that wrong a little bit. He is going to see, obviously, the lurkers coming at him. He's ready for it. Pushes them back. He has no defilers for cover, so that's going to be pushed back very quickly because, obviously, lurkers not going to do much good. Greater Spire coming out. All right. I honestly didn't expect that, so we may even see Guardians coming out of this at this point. Hero continuing just to jockey for position, but that's actually a fairly small force right there, and Mind isn't going to fall for it. He's pushing out. He knows that he's got to watch for Defiler tech. He's probably scanned the base. +1/+1 upgrades, so he's ready to push in. There are some Scourge out on the field, so he'll have to be careful with that Science Vessel. Only a couple Lurker out there. And Siege Mulu goes down to take out the first Lurker and first line of Sunken D over here. We have a flank coming in from the top, potentially, as more Lurkers pop out. As soon as that opens up the field, we probably will see a combined attack. If he gets Defilers out in time, ooh, he was threatening for a second there to run in. Another Lurker gets taken out. Second line of Sunken Defense about to go down. Defiler is out. He is not spotted, though, and he is not irradiated quite yet. More Lurkers out on the field, and it looks like tanks are going to continue to move in. Does he spot it? He doesn't see it yet. He's still being distracted in the backside by Muta Ling. I'm not sure he's got to worry so much about that. He's got to wait for Consume. There he sees it! Consume is done! Consume is done, and the first one goes down! The first Dark Swarm is on the field. The second one is about to come out. He's going to be forced to unsiege and run away as quick as he can and try to save those tanks as best he can. He resieges. And at the same time, he goes for a counterattack at the 3 o'clock location. Very good play here. However, there is a Nidus Canal, so this is defendable. But there are not yet any units there. There are Muta there, and they're patrolling for any dropships. Sunken is there, but he's going to try to take out the Nidus Canal before anything can pop out. He does! Science Vessel is there. Does he get to radiate off? He doesn't. He goes for the Defense Matrix instead. He's going to be able to take out the rest of the Muta like that, and maybe even the Sunken. No irradiates being used. The last Muta is... There's only one Muta left at this point. It gets taken out, and we've got 2 Hero Marines going up against a drone. 1 single left, and he's going to try to micro it as best he can. Maybe a second Defense Matrix will go down to keep that alive. And looks like that Marine does get taken out. Second group of Marines heading over there. Looks like he's being pushed back from some more Dark Clouds, Dark Swarms, whatever they're called. Back in the main base, or the natural expansion of Hero. Hero scrambling to get over to the 3 o'clock location now that he's lost that Nidus Canal. He has no upgrades on those units. That is not going to fare well for him against Mines units. However, he does get a decent amount of Marines. But it looks like, what is Mine doing here? He's just kind of willy-nilly running him in. He is going to get a couple of free lurkers. Not going to be a huge gain for him, but he'll take it. And he is completely changing his focus from the natural expansion with all of his main force over to the 3 o'clock. And once again, a Nidus Canal is going down. Looks like the other one was just taken out once again. And he's heading in. He is going in with a force too big for the Zerg to deal with it this time. And I don't think he's even going to... Oh! Nidus Canal is done! He's got a Nidus Canal, actually. He built it from this side instead. He doesn't have any Defiler, though. Where's the Defiler? He's got to... If he doesn't Dark Swarm this soon, he's going to lose all of these lurkers. He's got +2/+2 on these Marines at this point. Dark Swarm does go down finally. But... honestly, it may be too late. He's going to be able to pick off that Sunken, it looks like. Another Dark Swarm goes down. Wow, this is very difficult for Hero to deal with. However, he's staying alive. Staying alive. But the Marines are just going to run around, and now they're going to go for the Nidus Canal. He does pick that off, so there's no backing off at this point. He is going to save... Barely. That was close. I can't believe he let that happen. He does save the Science Vessels for now. He'll get some free gas over here. He's going to try to pick off the rest of that. He does get the rest of that Sunken. And now at this point, the rest of that force will be cleaned up. However, man, he is under siege. We got some dropships out at this point. 5 Science Vessels. This is getting dangerous for the Zerg when the number gets that high. I mean, he can just irradiate every lurker out there on the field. And if there are Guardians out yet... Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! Huge value. That was ridiculous value right there from 4 Scourge taking out potentially 2 dropships full of Marines. 2! That's 2! So very dangerous. Now he does manage to keep the Science Vessels alive at the expense of those dropships, and he still has a lot of Marines. Now he does lose another Science Vessel, or 2. I think I heard 2 go down. And Mind is taking some heavy hits here. Heavy loss to very cheap units. But he does have 2 Marines. And he will be able to push up here. Will he get one more radiate? Will he be able to take out the Defiler is the real question. It looks like he just goes for it. He does have... He goes... I don't know if he irradiated that or just... It looks like he just used a fire bat. And at this point, he's going to be able to defend against this. Lurkers are out once again. He's going for the snipe over here. He's going to get it. It goes down. And we have got a radiate out on the field. The radiate's trying to take out whatever it can. And that's actually a pretty big loss. More Scourge on the way to try to deal with these Science Vessels. It looks like they're going to get cleaned up. They do! They cleaned up all the Science Vessels. And we're down to just Marines and 3 medevacs. But he is on the 4th base going down now at this point. 3rd and 4th base, I should say. Or so it appears. And the dropships are back out on the field. Hopefully this time they'll be a little bit more careful. And only 2 Science Vessels. So really, Mind lost a lot in that fight, honestly. You can see scans are going down. He is really... Ooh, he's got to be careful with that. If he's not careful, he may lose that to more Scourge. They'll be able to see them in transit. That force is being cleaned up. Where are the Scourge? There are none. All right. Looks like he's going to be able to save that. Fourth base going down for the Terran player. He is ahead of the Zerg, and the Zerg is going to struggle to come back from here. First Irradiate goes down on the Defiler. Looks like he's going to lose that Science Vessel to a couple of Scourge. A little sloppy play there. But whatever. Attempted third base going down for the Zerg. And also back at the 3 o'clock location once again. Stim going out here. He is going to be able to scan this and take out all of these lurkers pretty easily. But now he loses most of his forces, actually. Kind of a weird engage there. Oh my god, he had to actually consume a Defiler to put down that Dark Swarm, and he's going to try to snipe this Nidus Canal again. He gets it, backs off just in time, and those Fire Bats will be able to heal back up and potentially run in and take out some drones. Science Vessel coming in for another potential... No, he decides to back off. Thought he might go for an Irradiate on that Defiler. And really sneaky expansion at the top left over here for Hero. I can't imagine he'll be able to pull this off. But I gotta say, this game has gone on for much longer than expected. +3 armor at this point for the Marines. We've only got +1 Carapace for the Zerg. I'm not sure if he's got any other +1 attacks, maybe somewhere else. It's getting cold in here. I need my blanket. Zerg keeps you warm at night, though, doesn't it? TVZs. Alright, Science Vessels are out on the prowl. They're going to go for some free Irradiates, which is solid value to be had. He gets everything here in the base. Plague goes down at the last second to try to suck out the energy of those medics. And double Starport going to continue to pump out Science Vessels. And oh my god! Another Scourge! This time they run by and it looks like the dropship sees it. They're going to try to drop. He does. He starts unloading everything, but how many will he get? The first one goes down, and he actually manages to micro the second one. Apparently dropped most of his load in the other one as well. And he is going to get this drop down, which is unfortunate for Hero, but it looks like he's going to be able to clean this up, actually. He took it out with Scourge, and he had some cracklings to clean up the rest. Again, still only +1 armor on those. Mind is at +3/+3 at this point, and he hasn't sniped at 3 o'clock again. I gotta be honest, Hero is impressing me with this just panic defense going on here. More Irradiates to be had. The Science Vessels are not depleting whatsoever. Doesn't matter how many seem to be taken out by Scourge. And this base is now scouted by Mind, and he's just going to take that out and try to irradiate some more units. Looks like he's going to get the Defiler on top of all of the lurkers there. The energy's pretty low. Plague does go off. Looks like he don't care. Goes for that last one. Oh, he's got to watch out for that Spore Colony. That'll take out the Science Vessels very easily. Probably somewhat unexpected to see a random Spore like that, but seems effective. He's going to run up there. Timing worked out. Oh, good Spore placement. Poor micro of those Science Vessels, though. And another one gets... No, it doesn't get taken out, actually. Cleans up this 3 o'clock base. And this could be it if he's able to snipe out that Nidus. He does snipe it out. That 3 o'clock's going down. And this is going to be GG for Hero here. He is now relegated to 2 bases. And there it is. There's no coming back from that. It was an admirable defense that he lined up for quite some time. But that will be it for Hero. He goes down 0-3 to Mind, who cleans up shop pretty well there. Fairly impressive. Let's see what... let's see some stats here of that. Just verifying. Yeah, he went 3-0. So Quanro beat out Zero 3-2. We watched that, so hopefully there's no spoilers there. Mine beat Hero for 3-0. Apparently, if your name ends in a row, never mind. If it ends in an Eero, you can't make it to the finals. Quanro has a row at the end. Damn it, Quanro. My joke made no sense anyway. It was not. I can't even call that a joke. So the third place match will be a ZVZ between Hero and Zero, which will be a tongue twister as we do that. And the finals are going to be a TVZ. Mind has made it through the field of Zergs and Protosses and even Terrans. I don't know if he played any... No, he didn't play any Terrans in his group stages. In order to get to the finals where he will face off against Mini July Zerg, Quanro. It's pretty impressive. So nicely done by him. It looks like they're going to get into an interview over here. They do. And once the interview begins, I think we could probably do some more games tonight, but they're not going to make it to YouTube, I don't think. So, for those of you on YouTube, I'm still recording. Thanks for watching. see you in the losers match, and after that, the finals. GG.